What's good, y'all? I be sounding mad country sometimes for no damn reason, because Lord knows I'm up north as hell. As hell. Look at me. I'm funny as shit. Anyways, this live about to be a little sporadic because I'm still doing the questions. However, I'm really just here to talk to y'all today because y'all ain't see me last week, so here I am. Sari Sundays. Sari not sorry. And yeah, if you new here, this your first time seeing me, you just started following me, I am Ayo Sari. I'm an artist, a lyricist, a poet, a host, a author, a writer, a mother, a boss, a chef, a creative, and a bunch of other things. I do a lot of things. But this right here is my Sunday live where the main focus is a question-based live, anonymous question-based live, which is these questions right here. I do have an app that I'm using. The link is in my bio to ask anonymous questions, advice type questions mainly. And yeah, people been doing that. People want to hear what I have to say. People value my opinion. They just want to hear me talk. I don't fucking know. They just need an outlet. They just need somebody to vent. Hit me up. And like I said before, like I said last time, it does not have to be anonymous. Y'all could DM me. Y'all could ask me questions. I don't have no reason to tell nobody business. I mean, shit. It's up to y'all. Like I said, sporadic. So before I get into the questions, shout out to Wednesday. Shout out to Chance for their dope event today, for their dope birthday bash, for the showcase that they had today at Terminal 8. That shit was live. That shit was popping. And it was fun. It was dope. And if you wasn't there, I feel bad for you. It was super cool, super dope. Lots of dope energy, lots of dope creatives, great networking opportunity. Shout out to all the people that I met today. Shout out to all the people that I already know that I saw today that showed mad love. Y'all the real ones. Shout out to you. With that being said, I'm tired. I don't be doing stuff. I do a lot, but I mean I don't be going out like that no more. So Mama is a little drained. And I was thinking too, I'm like, I don't want to say I'm antisocial. What's the word? I'm like a social anxiety, social butterfly. Because I have social anxiety, but I still talk to everybody. I still love to talk to people. I love to meet new people, love to network, love to connect. But I have social anxiety, and I don't know if people could tell that. And sometimes I just be in my own world. Sometimes I just be zoned out, and maybe I got RBF, whatever. But I'm really like, I don't want to be around all these people. But I fucks with y'all. But I don't know how to explain it. But if you know, you know. If you got social anxiety as well, you know, you understand. So anyways, point of that is, shout out again to Champs and Wednesday for the dope event. It was love. It was love. Great energy. Good people. Dope people. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of didn't want to do the questions today. I kind of just wanted to talk to y'all, like I said. And just say some things that's on my mind. Just kind of like do a brain dump. Because it's been a lot. It's February. What's today's date? 9th. February 9th, I think. It's been a lot. It's been a long month and 9 days. Which I think. It's been a long month and 9 days to me. 2025. But grateful nonetheless, and very blessed and highly favored and all that good ish. But yeah, y'all, I feel a shift. I've been feeling hella purging energy. Am I the only one? Let me know. If y'all watching this, y'all tuned in, y'all peep it after, let me know. Something going on. It's only for the betterment of us all. But for the collective. But I definitely been feeling that shit. So I got some questions in here I'm about to start pulling. I have more in the what's the word I should use? I can't think of the word I want to say, but I have more in the app that I have yet to get to that once again will roll over into next week. I'm just going to focus on these questions right here and hopefully I get through them all. If not, it's always next time. So always next time I'm going to be on the live. But for now, I'm going to start going through these questions right here. And we're just going to see. I haven't looked at these. I read these at the top of the week. And put them in this little jar, and I don't look at them again until I have to go live, because we both gonna be surprised. We both gonna read them, listen to them, and discuss them together. Whether you're watching this now or tune in afterwards once it's posted, like I said. Shout out to me on the here, cause period. All right, y'all. I'm tired, but we're gonna get into it. All right. First question / statement. Your opinion on crying in public. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If you ain't noticed by now, I'm a thug. Okay? Thugs don't cry. Nah, I'm lying, but I am a thug. But my opinion on crying in public, for real, I barely cry when I'm by myself. I unintentionally hold in my cries. Unintentionally, God, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta boss up. You gotta, take that shit on the chin. Whatever other sayings you want to say. So for me personally, like I said, I don't even cry barely by myself. Crying in public, if you gotta do, you gotta do it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I might have to shed a tear while I'm driving. Sometimes you gotta let that shit out because it's not healthy to hold it in and then you just gonna blow up on somebody. But in public, like, I don't really know what else you mean. Like, you just in the middle of nowhere, you bust out crying for no reason, or you just like so overwhelmed that you can't hold it in. Do what you gotta do. Who the fuck's gonna judge you? Don't nobody know what the fuck you got going on. And especially if you in a group of people and you're talking and something happens to where it gets emotional, I think that's normal. Now, I know a lot of asshole motherfuckers. I don't even know if I could be cussing on here for real. I know a lot of asshole motherfuckers that probably got something to say about that. But one thing I learned and one thing I know is people that downplay your emotions, people that scrutinize you for being emotional, only do that because they don't have the ability to embrace their own feelings and their own emotions. And also, little fun fact, anger, hate, animosity, all them non-emotional emotions are still emotions. Because I think the people that talk shit about people being emotional, stay with me, they just have the opposite ones. They stale, they miserable, they angry, they need, sorry, I'm reading something popped up on my phone. They need to deal with those. People think the only emotions are sadness, crying. Like, I don't know. If you feel me, you feel me. But anyways, yeah, boo, let it out. If you gotta cry, cry. Who the fuck cares what anybody else gotta say? The hell, because if I'm crying in public, if I ever had to cry in public, and somebody say something to me, or somebody laugh at me, or somebody say, I'm on your ass. Now, all right, bitch, I was crying. Now I'm not. Now I'm mad. Now what the fuck you want to do? What the fuck you gotta say? Oh. Next question. And by the way, like I always say, shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody that watched live. Once the live is posted, because I also understand it is Super Bowl Sunday. I don't really care to wait until y'all not watching it. I don't know when it started. I don't know when it's over, but I know we're here. And we're here. If you watch this tomorrow, the next day, the next day. Appreciate you. Okay. Oh, also real quick, just popped in my head. I want to give a shout out to RichTube TV. Shout out to RichTube TV, the dopest podcast right now, the dopest live right now. Y'all need to tune in. The next live is coming up. It's coming up. I ain't gonna tell y'all when just yet, but stay tuned. All right. Sporadic, like I said, but we still here. All right, this next one says, how would you suggest I deal with a boyfriend who gets jealous easily? Get a new one. Nah. Nah, hold on. Let me not be goofy. How would you suggest I deal with a boyfriend who gets jealous easily? Okay, like I've said on the previous slides for certain questions, what's the backstory? What are you doing? Not to excuse, jealousy or any type of negativity in a relationship. But what are you doing? Being fair, taking responsibility for yourself and your own actions, and also understanding that you're in a relationship. Is there anything that you could be doing to provoke that? Feel me? Do you, be you. Don't ever change for nobody. First and foremost, don't ever change for nobody. Somebody jealous, they can't deal with you, they can't handle you as you are, as they knew you was before they push up on you. Hey, that's something you gotta deal with. That's something you gotta look into yourself and figure out why you jealous. And that's another, spoke on this before, because jealousy is one of the main topics of questions I'm getting. So, say that to say, once you check your P's and Q's, you're gonna have to check your boo. All right, what's going on? Why are you feeling like this? And if you standing 10 toes on who the fuck you is, if you doing shit specifically that maybe is, triggering that for them, hey, this is me. You either gonna take it or leave it. Simple as that. Because while again being respectful of your relationship, you have to be respectful of yourself, and you have to put yourself first and maintain your own standards and your own individuality. And it might not be anything at all. It might just be you. It might just be yourself. It might just be your aura, your essence, your presence. And they don't like that you getting attention, that you're not even, you just you. You just you. You just a light. You just, you feel what I'm saying? Like, some shit, like I said, that other person gonna have to deal with. I don't know if that really answered the question. I gave a couple different scenarios to try to be helpful. And I hope that with them different scenarios and that different perspective, you find a way to deal with them. I can't tell you how to deal with your man. I'll just hope that, like I said, you put yourself first, maintain yourself, be respectful of the relationship, have a conversation. Cause it could, some things could be misunderstandings. Some things could be like, oh no, I didn't mean to make you feel like that. Like, this is just what it was, and that's what it is, and this was gonna be. Plain and simple. A lot of shit is not as difficult as we make it. Telling that to myself as well. A lot of shit is not as difficult as we make it. Amen. Amen. But we here. And we back. And we active. Let's see what's the next question. Question, topic, statement, etc. Okay, so this one, I actually got this question on the last live, and I wanted to save it because it was at the end of the live, and I feel like this is going to be a little bit lengthy of an answer. But we're going to get into it. And I can't tell y'all everything, but I'll give you a little insight, okay? Reason why I skipped it, some shit is not as cut and dry as other things. So it says, what has been, I can't. We here? Okay. I think I missed a word, so I'm reading it. I'm thinking I'm misreading it, but I just didn't write down the word that's supposed to be there. What has your biggest challenge been in life? So I've spoken about this to certain people, people that are close to me, not really in depth, not in details, but just in general, like me as an artist, me as a creative, like building a platform, building myself, knowing my power and my purpose in life, and even still, forever stepping further into it. I know that I have a story to tell. I have things to speak on and advocate for and relate to others that may not know or feel that they have a voice to advocate for themselves, or to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever you want to say. So these things will come up, like I said, more in detail, more in depth, and as I do my writings, release my books in the future, all that shit. Oh, excuse me. But I've had a lot of challenges in life. Okay, I say all that to say I've had a lot of challenges in life. I'm very blessed and very grateful, and I'm so abundant, and I'm so loved, and I'm so just so favored at this point in my life. And this is the first time in a long time, or rather the longest period of time, that I've been in this energy. And I say that to preface the fact that I've really been through a lot of shit in my life. I've really struggled a lot. I've really been through many challenges, many it's been a lot. Like I said, I got a story to tell. I got a purpose in that pain. It's purpose in my pain, from my pain. And I don't think that anything happens for no reason. I think that we go through all the things that we go through in life for a reason, whether it's what I was just talking about, to advocate, to help, to spread the word, to, share a message, to say like, hey, I went through this, but I got out of it and now I'm doing this. Or if it's just to make you a stronger person, whether it's just to build, whatever it is, it's a reason. So, I mean, I've had stuff all throughout my childhood happen. Basically been on my own since I was 13, 14 years old, taking care of myself. I had family around, but basically taking care of myself from a young age. Went to the Army at 18. I really enlisted when I was 17 though. And I was in the Army for some years. Got married, had my child, got divorced, and a lot of in between. Like, I had a period, going through my separation where I was basically homeless with my son, staying with different family members, having to build from the ground up, having to build back from zero on my own, having to go through those struggles, having to temporarily be, in public housing, on welfare, state assistance, whatever you want to call it. Like, and I've done all of that, and I'm making this a long story short because, like I said, this is gonna be spoken on more as I continue to progress on my journey and step further to my power. But anyways, I did all of that and I've come out of all of it, thank the Lord, and I'm very blessed. Like I said, I'm very grateful. But that's why I couldn't answer that question so easily to say what's your biggest challenge in life, because it's been way too many. It's been way too many. And all funny stuff aside, like, I know a lot of motherfuckers would have folded. In my situation. I'm built different. And I know that's something people say, but that's my reality. Like, everybody can't go through shit that you go through. And I spoke about this, I don't think it was on a live, I think it was on one of my reels, about people wanting the stuff that you have or projecting onto you and not understanding they can't destiny swap with you. And mind you, I ain't even like halfway at the pinnacle of where I'm supposed to be. But baby, I know y'all seen me. That's all I'm gonna say. But it took a lot for me to get to this place. And I ain't said a word yet. Okay? Next question. I feel so good. I don't know. That was like, even though, like I said, I didn't get too in depth, like that was a little bit weight off my chest, but there's also a little difficult for me to say. But that's one of the purposes of this live, is for y'all to get more of me and for me to share that, and for somebody that's watching this to understand and know, like, you're not alone. I've been through shit. Everybody goes through shit. And that's one thing I had to, like, I'm still kind of learning how to get out of it. Because we all go through shit, right? And for a long time, I kind of, like, pushed my stuff to the side, because I was always like, oh, well, I know people got it worse off than me, or, oh, well, I know people that got it worse off than me. So kind of like that avoidance of your own struggle, of your own circumstance, is not fair to yourself, but it's also like, it's just not progressive, you know. And like I said earlier, I'm a thug, feel me? Like, that's just sometimes all we know to do, you know. It's just to just laugh it off, brush it off, push it to the side, like, oh, nah, I'm good, I'm straight. Like, you gotta keep going, don't nothing stop. But it's okay to acknowledge your own struggles and say, hey, yeah, other people got it worse off than me, but that shit was fucked up. And you know what? I am, at some point, entitled to embrace that, to express that, to feel a way, to be upset, and to grieve for my own self, for my own struggles, for my own pain, for my own challenges. Because that's what was in the question, challenges, okay? Do you feel me? Is you with me? Yeah, y'all getting some real shit today, okay? Y'all always getting some real shit, feel me? But it's getting really real. But yeah, next question. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so this one says, when parents raise their children religiously only because they are religious, what do you think? I mean, I think that's all somebody could really do. And nobody's wrong for that. If you only know one certain thing and that's how you grew up your whole life, most people tend to repeat that. They're going to pass that down. They're going to tell their children, you know, this is the way of life. This is how you should be. Now, who's to say that's not good or bad for the child? Like, once the child grows up, they're going to see for their own self what views they want to have, if they want to keep up that same background, or if they want to create their own views. But I honestly think religion and other stuff as a whole, this generation, more so my generation, millennials, not all of us, but some of us, you know, I believe we're the first generation that is actively like breaking generational curses and trauma and all of that. But that's not what I want to say. Not that deep. Like, I'm trying to think how to say this. We the generation that's actively reprogramming, I'll say. Actively reprogramming, at least I know I am, actively reprogramming, because you don't really know, you don't really understand until you're a parent that you may be repeating certain things that you were taught without even knowing. Like, subconsciously, you just gonna say certain things and teach certain things because that's all you knew. But when you're mindful and you're more present and you acknowledge, like, some of the things you were taught might not have been the best for you, that's when you can actively engage and being able to change that and maybe give more leeway, give more freedom to your children. Like, yes, I think this way. This is what I believe. This is my faith. And I'm going to teach you that as well. Oh, I'm talking a lot, y'all. Don't be enjoying shit. But yeah, still, you know, teaching them that. Lost my train of thought. But still letting them know there's other ways of thinking. It's okay to say this is what we're doing in my house, but there's also, you know, this is what other people do. So That's what I think about that. She's stay on, you know. Let's see. I'm about to get into this next one just a minute. I'm about to start having some infomercials on here. Talking too damn much. But in the meantime, in between time that I'm done with these questions, but hey, that's what we're here for. That throat chakra opening, that's what that is. Cause they don't want me to be speaking on this. They don't want to hear me. If you feel me, feel me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that wasn't for you. Okay. That was not for you. Anyways. The next question. We run into our 30-minute mark. It's fast approaching. Okay. So this question is, how do you feel when someone is very confident on a first date? I mean, excuse me. I feel like that's what you would want somebody to be, right? I don't want to be going out with nobody and they scared and they timid and they like being weird. Like, yeah, you need to, if you gonna take me out, you need to be confident. Let me know, son. Shit. Hey, boo. But yes, I'm doing these questions right now, these live questions. But yeah, I definitely think somebody should be confident. Now, there's a difference between confidence, cockiness, arrogance. Like, be confident. Don't be doing too much, because then, no. But yeah, that's what I feel. Definitely be confident on the first date. Be sure of yourself. People gonna be nervous. People gonna be in their head, wondering what the other person's thinking, wondering about them. It's not that deep. So just be yourself. Be confident and have a good time. Feel me? I ain't been on a date in a while, but you know, I'm taking applications, so hit me up. All right. Ooh, child. All right, this one that wasn't about the question. I just like, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm decompressing from the day as well. Okay. This one says, would you say that you are a happy person? So, yes and no. And I say that because this is also something that I've spoken about on one of my recent reels is understanding, like, I now know peace can be constant, but happiness is forever fluctuating. So, and I also said that in one of my poems too. I said a line similar to that. Anyways, I have lots of peace. I'm very grateful. I live in a state of gratitude. I move from bliss. I move from my fulfillment, from my love, from my peace, from my mindfulness, etc. Like all that good stuff. But I'm also obviously human. Like, I go through stuff. Like I said several times in this live, like, you know, I be thugging shit out. I have to figure shit out on my own. So with that being said, no, I'm not happy all the time. But I'm not a miserable person. I am calm for the most part. Level-headed. Like I said, I'm peaceful though. You could be peaceful and content, but not necessarily be happy. And that's just some real shit, because I'm not going to be one of the people up here like, oh yeah, I'm happy all the time. My life's great. My life is great. And like I said, and like I always say, I'm very grateful. But I'm not going to fake shit just for motherfuckers to think I'm living some... No, I'm not happy all the time. I'm not happy all the time. But I'm grateful and peaceful once again. And I think once you understand the difference, it's easier to flow through those different emotions and not feel like you're lacking anything, if that makes sense. Let me see this one. All right. I don't know if this will be the last one. I already opened it though, so. Alright. What is better, taking time to get to know someone, excuse me, or going fast, and why? Is it better to take your time to get to know someone or going fast, and why? So I got my own theory on this as well, because so much stuff nowadays, and y'all gotta stop fucking comparing yourself to people, places, things, situations, scenarios, whatever the fuck. Stop comparing. Shout out to my girl Natija on here. She don't know it, but we friends. We internet friends. But anyway, she always says in her lives and in her videos, comparison is the thief of joy, and I agree with that 100%. Y'all gotta stop comparing, and I say that before I actually get to answer this question, because people always like, you gotta be with a person for this long before you get engaged. You gotta be with a person this long before y'all start to live with each other, before y'all start to have kids, before y'all got married, before blah blah blah. None of that shit fucking matters. To me, it's about the connection. It's about how y'all feel, and just let it flow. Some people, you hear all the time, people meet and get married within 2 weeks of knowing each other and stay married for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You might be with somebody 5 years, get married, shit don't work out 6 months later. Like, I don't believe you could put a time frame on those kind of things. And also, when you do have a good connection and shit is flowing and it's happening fast, a lot of people fuck themselves over by thinking like, oh nah, this too soon, this too early, I gotta, then they self-sabotage and they talk themselves out of being present in that connection, and you fucked it up anyways. Like, you can't compare yourself to somebody else because they're not you. Simple as that. I feel like that was a little word, amen. But I might do one more. Because like I said, I think I'm at that 30-minute mark. And if you haven't watched my lives before, this is a series I'm doing Sundays. Sari, not sorry, Sari Sundays. And right now I'm focused on this question-based, advice-based questions. And I don't want to go over 30 minutes because y'all not paying me. So, whatever questions I don't get to today, tonight, whatever, I'm gonna get to the next time. And also, there's more questions chilling in the app that I didn't get to, or might have came through while I'm doing the live, that I will also write down and get to next time. And I'm doing it this way as well, so that it's kind of a surprise, since I'm the one reading all the questions and if I didn't write them down, I feel like it gives it a little more excitement this way. I don't know. I don't know. But I know. Feel me? I don't know how to explain that to y'all is what I meant. But yeah, once again, before I read this and get to this last question, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, whether you tuned in while I'm live or you watch it afterwards while it's posted, I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love I've been getting. And once again, the event I went to tonight was dope. Terminal 8 Champs and Wednesday's birthday bash, the showcase they had. Ooh, Lord, somebody don't want me to be talking right now. I don't like that, but I'm gonna keep going anyways. So, while I was there, so much love. So much love. Shout out to everybody new that I met once again. Shout out to all the people that I know, all my friends and whatnot that was there, showed mad love. I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate when people just show up, just acknowledge me, speak life into me. And it's like, damn, yo, that should be so important. You don't even, you just there. You just, all right, I'm just here to support. I just, doing what I do. And having people give you that genuine love, that genuine support, words, whatever, affirmations, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for everybody that was questioning, asking if I was performing, all that stuff. Because to me, shit, that says something. That says something about me. That it don't matter what you say about yourself, in the sense of the reactions and the support you get from other people, if that makes sense. Like, what you say about yourself, how you feel about yourself is important. And it's kind of like an oxymoron, because at the same time, like, yeah, who gives a fuck what other people got to say? But it's important in the grand scheme of the confirmation that you are who you say you are. If you feel me. All right? That was like, you feel what the fuck I'm saying. And that kind of ties into this last question, which is funny. And the main reason, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not answering and acknowledging every single question that comes onto the app, because some shit is like just a statement that I can't really answer. Some shit is like too focused on my personal life, because some of y'all want to be my business so motherfucking bad. And this is really just like a question that is not really relevant in the thing of like giving advice and having to be relevant to multiple people. This is directed towards me, and I say all that to say the reason I put this in here is because I thought it was ironic and I thought it was kind of funny, and it again ties into what I was just talking about, because it says, why does everyone like you? And I was just like, when I read this, I'm like, oh my god, it made me feel so good. But also I'm like, everybody don't like me, and I included this in there to say everybody's not gonna like you. But it don't fucking matter. What matters is the people who do like you. What matters is you liking yourself and you loving yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of people don't fucking like themselves. It don't matter what they portray. It don't matter their social media presence. Don't matter the clothes they wear. Don't matter none of that shit. Some people don't fucking like themselves, and they're walking around miserable, and they want other people to be miserable. But as long as you like yourself, you love yourself, and you got people, real ones in your circle, real ones in your life that fuck with you too, man, the fact somebody said, why does everyone like you? You see the energy, you see what the fuck it is. I ain't even gotta say nothing because it speaks for itself. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all once again tuning in for the Sari Sundays. And I hope y'all go run this back when I post this so you can watch the whole thing, because I talked a lot. I said a lot in here, and I said couple deep things, couple things to kind of like, not too much, just a little taste to get a little better idea of me, I guess. And hopefully I answered y'all questions, you know. And yeah, I don't know, I'm out, I'm tired, peace.